Mausi. She lives in Orissa, which is the poorest state in India and one of the most disaster-prone. She came 40 years ago as a refugee from Bangladesh, and shortly after her arrival, she lost her family in a major cyclone. She became something of a local heroine because she rescued 2 children from the floodwaters. And since then, she's seen many cyclones and floods come and go, so she's very familiar with the impact that disaster has on her community. Her story is not unusual, but she herself is extraordinary. She has a ferocity and an energy, which she's been able to find an outlet for through our mangrove project. She has learned that it is possible for a community to prepare itself for disaster and to protect itself against damage. She's speaking here to a group of young village women about the changes that they need to make in their community, and she's become a passionate advocate of our work. I'm speaking about her today because she sums up what this project is about and about how we hope it will grow. It's about local people, about us helping local people to learn to understand the serious problems that they face and to develop the capacity to deal with those problems. You gave us a grant 4 years ago when we were just starting this project to help us with our environment education work, and it's a real pleasure to be able to come back and speak about its success because it has been an extraordinary success. The villagers have set up tree nurseries in their villages. They've planted out over 200,000 trees, both mangrove trees to protect against flood damage, fruit and timber trees to provide an income and to protect against wind damage, and they have a small nature reserve as well, which has been very successful. The self-help groups have set up a wide range of enterprises, from things like chicken rearing, basket making, buying fishing boats. One group's bought a tractor which they hire out to the men. These are mostly women's groups. Growing and selling vegetables, and this is training going on for an improved method, more sustainable method of growing organic rice. And I can't overstate the importance of this aspect of the work, because one of the best ways of defending a community against disaster, whether it's man-made or natural, is to improve its economic standing. And that's particularly important in this incredibly poor area where they live on a knife edge, not knowing what one harvest is going to be or the next. And this last year, the rice harvest was 20% of what it should have been, so it's a very serious issue. And through the Eco Clubs, we're helping a new generation to learn to care for their environment rather better than their parents and we ourselves have done. This is a debate that's going on at a climate change conference that we held for the Eco Clubs last year to coincide with Copenhagen. And it's a brilliant opportunity for the kids to learn skills and gain confidence as well as understanding. I feel immensely proud of the work that we've done and privileged to have been part of helping transform the lives of many thousands of people, to help them to learn to prepare for disaster and to protect themselves and to strengthen their communities. The problem is that these communities have neighbours, and the neighbours face exactly the same problems, and they've come and asked us for help. We run on a shoestring. We just about managed to raise enough money to fund the project each year, and it's very difficult for us to find a way to extend that work. We thought very hard about it because we didn't want to say no, and we came up with a plan. If we shift our approach, we can use the existing staff and volunteers. They're now very skilled and experienced. We can use them to train suitable new volunteers to work in the extended area. With good training and good support, they can then go back into their own communities and set up village forest groups, self-help groups and tree nurseries in their turn. It's quite workable on the kind of budget that we have. But we really need a permanent centre where the team can be based, where training like this can take place, where we have a proper home for our growing environment studies library and resources, and a permanent model tree nursery and a vegetable garden and so on, where the training can take place. We've had to rely so far on temporary and or donated accommodation. There's very little in the area that's suitable and certainly none that we can afford. And a permanent centre would help transform this project and allow it to grow too. We've been growing trees, but we've also been growing young minds, individuals, communities. I don't know what of that is more important, it's all important. If we have a permanent base, we can grow too, and we can help bring that chance for change and growth to thousands more. It's something that we cannot afford to do on our own without the help of people like yourselves. So I hope very much that you will make it possible. Thank you.